Black TikTok, this seems to be a hot topic of conversation that stems from some creators on the trend of things that I'm not afraid to admit as a Black person, because this content creator has seemingly ruffled a few feathers, specifically in the Black community, of people who have grown up in the hood or who currently still live there because of her colorist comments regarding not liking hood people, not being comfortable around them, and having been triggered in the past when in certain environments, namely being a midnight ballerina and dancing in her former life. I saw a comment posted once by someone who was not in our community asking, why don't you see women who are in their 40s or 50s who have lived the trad life posting about how much they love staying at home, baking bread from scratch, and making sure they are pretty in pink just in time for their husbands to return from work? And the short answer is that it's not all that it's cracked up to be. And you're not going to always see people talking about the trials and tribulations of that life, because it's easier and more glamorous to just post the highlight reels of your family vacations, of you smiling, getting your new Dior, Chanel, or Fendi bags, of your walk-in closet with the white cabinets and the lights from floor to ceiling, showcasing all of your designer goods, when behind the veil, there is a history of domestic violence. However, if she did earn those mugshots because she was defending herself, having him put his hands on her, then I understand. I certainly understand. And to that point, having a history of domestic violence in your relationship is not a soft life. That life is filled with stress, turmoil, strife, aggression, violence, sadness, emotional instability, narcissism, control, and abuse. I want to say that being a kept wife includes being a lady of leisure, having an au pair that lives with you to help you out with your childbearing needs, having a chef, having a chauffeur, having a house manager or assistants to help you with your day-to-day running your home, booking your appointments, booking your vacations, your spas, your self-care, and your maintenance. So when your husband is ready to come home from work, you can be at his every beck and call. Being a stay-at-home mom, however, is equivalent to being a lady of labor. So you are essentially trading in your 9 to 5 for a 24/7 of pouring all of your energy into your family. That's the life that I lived as a stay-at-home mom. I also want to be sure that I'm not painting the picture that every marriage that includes a stay-at-home mom or a kept wife is going to include strife, abuse, and domestic violence. But sometimes it does, and those women don't show that. They hide behind the veil of being kept, of being happy. They might choose to shield their husband's image because not only are they financially dependent on him, but some of them might even suffer from Stockholm syndrome, where even though he is being abusive, they still love him as the husband and father of their children. I once followed her and reposted one of her videos because I thought she was about women's empowerment, until I saw her spiraling at a very high frequency on her stories and her post, arguing back and forth with women about how much other people were hating on her and how people were jealous of her soft life and her husband.
Hi, my vibe, your vibe. Thank you so much for your concern, and you're absolutely right. I do have to be careful because that female is really a head case. For the most part, when she comes at me with these pages, I know it's her, so I quickly block it. But this woman who portrays to have a soft life really has a lot of self-hate. She hates being Black. She's just crazy. I mean, like, she's freaking crazy. Like, she stalks my kids. Like, it's insane. And let me give you a quick recap of why she is my stalker. A while ago, about 2 years ago, I called her out for being one of those Dubai girls that likes shit on her back. You know, the girls that gets pooped on in Dubai for money. And from that point on, she's been stalking me and she's very obsessed.
So the reason why you may not see too many 40 and 50-year-old women who have or are currently living the traditional trad life on here advocating for marriage is because they know from experience that when you give a controlling, abusive, and narcissistic man the opportunity to feed and starve you, he will do just that. Last thing I'm going to say is that each and every single one of us has a past. We all have skeletons on our closet. We all have done things that we're not proud of in the past. We all have things that we would not like to be broadcasted on the World Wide Web. And the reason why I feel like so many women are digging into her background and lifting the veil to see what's behind the curtain when it comes to her real life off camera is because she has single-handedly built her platform based off of the premise that she is better than, more elite than, more privileged than others. And so when you have a very elitist or colorist or conscious demeanor, and you make other women who look like you feel as though you think that you are better than them because you live in a certain zip code, or you have a certain tax bracket, or you send your children to a certain school, or you have a ring on your finger and you have a husband and you live a certain lifestyle, that can be very triggering to other people. Empowering women should not include cyberbullying. It should not include you elevating yourself and your status in society, whether it is in reality or on the World Wide Web, by knocking other women off their pedestal, by making them feel as though they are less than because they have been baby mamas or they are currently baby mamas when you gave birth to a child without a ring on your finger as well.